In this video, I will give you an idea how you can control Cubase with MIDI controller. I have Novation MIDI controller. It has a lot of buttons, a lot of potentiometers. Row of buttons, then potentiometers, buttons, potentiometers, pads. Then again, potentiometers on right side and buttons, and down we have some buttons as well. A lot of control with this controller we can establish if we want to control Cubase. Now, before we want to make template for Cubase, we have to make two templates, one for Cubase and one for Novation. We have to make, at first template, we have to make template for Novation. That template for Novation should have CC messages on every button and every potentiometer, and they should be different. They should be different numbers. You can start from one number and then you can put different numbers on all of those buttons and all of those potentiometers. When you have that, then you can save it, and I have saved that. I name it as a Cubase control. Now when I have that template inside of my Novation, now I need template for Cubase actually. And template for Cubase depends what you want to control. Now I will show you my controls that I want to have. First, I have here several MIDI channels, instrument channels, audio stereo channels, and mono channels. You can have groups, you can have effects, you can control whatever you want. Just you have to make a decision what do you want to control. I will show you one option. In my option, what do I control? I record with Ketron or Roland arranger. Mostly I have I'm putting main idea with those arrangers, so that's why on the beginning I have MIDI tracks, and with button number 1 here up I am calling setting for those MIDI tracks, configuration. With number 2 buttons I have configuration of 16 instrument tracks, so I have 16 MIDI tracks. Just some of them are hidden. I don't need them. I hide them here. As you can see, there's 16 tracks, but I don't use them, so I just hide them. But I can control them. I made possibility to control them. If I need them, I can control them. So, and they're on button number 1. Now, button number 2, I have control of my virtual instruments, 16 tracks. Button number 3, you can see that I have here stereo audio tracks, and as well I have there 16 of them, but I hide some of them because I don't need them in the beginning, so I have 10 of them here visible and 10 are hidden here. Now if I want to see them, I can just press check mark and you can see them. I have them here. Now on next position, I have my mono audio tracks. I have my vocal tracks, back vocal tracks, and some other mono audio tracks. You can decide how many audio tracks do you want to have, how many control of the tracks you want to have, but you must make template. You must make decision, and you must make template for Cubase. When you have template for Novation, then you have template for Cubase, then you have to make a remote control template. It is third template that you must have, and everything combination of those 3 templates will make possibility to control Cubase with your controller. So first template for Novation, second template for Cubase, and third remote control template. And you have to make them on that order. First for Novation, second for Cubase, and then third remote control. Now you can see what is my idea. I have MIDI channels, I have instrument channels, virtual instrument channels, I have audio channels, I have 16 mono channels, and then I have on position number 5 something that I call a Tiho configuration. It is configuration that is showing me main thing of everything, a little bit of everything. So I have here Cubase tracks. I have here Cubase. I have here MIDI tracks. Then I have here some audio recording, and then I have some vocal tracks. You can decide whatever you want to have there. When you make configuration, I made several configurations here. You can see them, and I'm calling them with these buttons. When I call configuration, whatever I decide to have in this configuration, I can have it. Whatever is shown, it will be visible. Whatever is hidden, it will be not visible. But still, I have control for those tracks. So you can make several configuration. I made it on this way. You can make it on any another way. Control is always possible. It doesn't matter is that hidden or is that or it is that shown. If it's that shown. Now, that is with those buttons, as I showed you here, I can call those configurations. Now, in buttons down that I have down, I'm calling pages. Different pages will control a different configuration. For example, configuration number 1, I will control with page number 1. And now I'm able to call with this button my window where I can see my configuration here. And then if I want to do some control, now I can move potentiometer. Now, but I will go on number 1, just number 1. I'm at vocal now. Let me see. Number 2, okay, let me go here. Number 1. Oh, okay. Okay, now I was confused why my potentiometer number 9 is not moving. Because I switched, I hide number 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm starting from 9. So number 1 is from 1 to 8. Number 2 is from 9 to 16. Now I'll have to press number 2, and now I can control MIDI channel number 9, MIDI channel number 10, MIDI channel number 5, MIDI channel number 6, 7, 8. Okay. Those are tracks. So those are MIDI tracks that I'm controlling with position number 2. And with position number 1, I have those tracks that I hide and I don't use them. Now, if I want to control actually I can control here them. I can just go to 1, and then you can see MIDI channel number 1, MIDI channel number 2, 3, 4, okay, 5, 6, 7. I didn't put control of those because I don't need them. Those are event tracks that I do not use. So you can decide what you want to control, what you don't want to control. Now I'll put everything down. Okay, down. If I go to number 2, I can put it down. Number 2. Okay, now if I go to my audio tracks, actually virtual instruments tracks, there is control of virtual instrument tracks, and I will show you those tracks here, and I can control them here. Virtual instruments tracks. As you can see, I'm controlling them from 1 to 8, and then here from 9 to 16. Okay, I pressed it by mistake here. 9 to 16. So those are my instrument tracks. Now, next track that I want to control next is my vocal tracks. Actually, audio tracks. And I can control them here with this button. Now I'm controlling audio tracks from 1 to 8 and from 9 to 16. I do not need backup vocal here, so I can just hide it. Oh, that is group. Those are groups. Okay, group channels. If I want, I can hide it, or I can show it group channel and vocal 1. For example, if I have something in group and vocal 1, whatever you want to hide, you can hide. Whatever you want to see, you can see. So I am just telling you idea that you have to make template in Cubase, and you have to make decision how many channels do you want to have and which kind of control do you want to have. When you have that idea, what you want to control, then you will make remote control template. So I made it on this way because I am using that on this way, those controls. I like to have plenty of MIDI channels, plenty of audio, stereo, mono channels, and actually I have here 64 channels that I'm controlling right now. 16 MIDI, 16 virtual instruments, that is 32, and then stereo 16 and mono 16, again 32, 64. And I have here as well some group tracks and effects. So now that is how it works. You must have pages to go to page to see what you control, and you must have configuration to see configuration. So let us see what I do now. If I want to go back to MIDI tracks and control MIDI tracks, I have to see MIDI tracks. That is my configuration MIDI tracks, and that is control from 1 to 8 of MIDI tracks. Okay, there. Okay, and there. Yeah, from 1 to 8. Now, if I want to go to another place, I have to go to page to see what I'm controlling, and to actually to configuration up to see what I'm controlling, and then to page to do actual control. Pages for actual control, and configuration is to see what you are controlling. Now, when I have those information, I have some here buttons for that I'm like generally using for everything, and I will show you how they work. First, I will hide this with this button here. You can dedicate any button. I took this button to hide it. Now, if I go to my virtual instruments, now I will show you something. If I go with this button, I am just changing channels, going from channel to channel. Now, if I go to virtual instruments, and I want to see my virtual instruments, now I'm going to virtual instrument. If I want to see virtual instrument, I will press this button that will call and show me virtual instrument if I have their virtual instrument. Let me see on inspector, do I have any virtual instrument here? Yes, actually I have it. I have it. It should be, this button should call it. Okay, I'm going to page this, and then I am going to, yes, okay, it's my language, Bosnian. Okay, that's it. Now, I can call and I can hide this virtual instrument. If I want to go to next virtual instrument, I can call it and I can hide it. If I want to go to next virtual instrument, this is previous and next. Then I can call that virtual instrument. And now I can control, I can have quick control of that virtual instrument with those potentiometers here. Look at that. You can see how I'm controlling virtual instrument. And which function I'm controlling, whatever I choose to control. There is several functions that I can choose. Whatever I want to control, I can choose it. And I can assign to this quick control button. When I assign it, I can save it as my configuration of that instrument. When I have that my configuration of this instrument, then I can control it with quick control buttons. So whatever I want to control. Okay, I have to just click there to make sure that it's activated. Or I don't need to click, I can just call it and hide it. When I call it, then I have option to control, quick control of this virtual instrument. Now I will hide this. So this is to call this window. This is to call my virtual instrument. MIDI configuration T. Okay. And look at now what we have, which options do you have here. Now we are in mixing window, and we can control configurations in mixing window. So for example, if we have virtual instruments in mixing window, we can have in recording editing window, we can have here, for example, MIDI configuration, or we can have our favorite configuration to start. Now, still, when we go to this window, in this window here, mixing window, we have chance to again choose one of configurations. So, whatever you choose here, same configuration that we have in mixing, we have in editing window, but we don't have to see both of them same. We can choose whatever we want to see in mixing window, whatever we want to choose in editing window. We can make different configurations and control them. Now, if we are here, I will go back. I will turn this off, and I will go back to this part. Now, we are now presently in instrument section, virtual instrument. Now, with this button here, we can solo virtual instrument, we can mute, we can listen when we are playing that instrument. I don't want to hear that instrument. I have to activate actually. When I activate the speaker, then when I play, I can hear that instrument. When I deactivate speaker, I cannot hear that instrument. Now I can hear instrument. When I press this button, I can prepare recording. When I press recording, I can record. Now, for example, I have recording in this track. Now I go to the next track, and I can prepare recording in the next track. I can decide in which track I want to prepare recording. So when I go to track, I engage that button, I press it, and then I go back, I press it again. And if I want to, for example, record on this track, but I want to listen previous instrument, and now this is engaged, the speaker is engaged. I have the disengaged speaker here. Go to the next track, engage speaker, engage recording, and there is way how I control monitoring and how I control recording of that track. So beside of that, if I go, that is, yeah, for that. Now, if I go to my audio tracks, and if I choose one of those audio tracks, if I press this button, okay, let me see what do I have here. Okay, you can have separately in audio tracks. I didn't do that, but you can call your window. Actually, I will show you which window. This window. You can call this window. You can, if you want, you can assign for audio track to call channel setting window. Yeah, I have that in another template on my PC. Now I am on my Mac computer. I have just to take that template and put it here. So what I have actually here, if I am on audio track with this button, number 7 in upper row, I am calling channel settings. But if I am somehow in a virtual instrument window, let me close this. Now, if I'm in virtual instrument window, then with that same button, if I go to any channel, with the same button, I will call virtual instrument. So you can have same button on for different functions. Now, with this button here, I can scroll forward, scroll back. I can play with this one, play button. I can stop. If I want to go on back, I'm using this last button. So I scroll. See, stop it there, for example. Stop it there, not play, stop, and then go back on the beginning. Oh, this is for cycle, if I want to engage it or disengage. And now, if I'm on this track, this potentiometer here, we told it is for quick control of virtual instruments. But this potentiometer here down is for balance, for left and right. Okay, left and right channel. Okay, I have to choose control, what I'm controlling. Now, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I have a press here and control left, right, left and right. Maybe I didn't put that control here. Let me see. Did I put it anywhere? Okay, let me close this window. Let me open this window to see it here. Okay, now I will press this and press this. So I should be able to see how I'm controlling this. Now, left and right. Yes. In this window, you can see that I'm controlling in mixing window. Okay, so what I did here, first I have to make sure that I am on configuration number 2, where I can see actually my virtual instruments. They are on configuration number 2. 1 MIDI, 2 virtual. Then when I'm on that configuration, now, first 2 buttons down here are for 16 MIDI channels. Next 2 buttons are for 16 virtual instrument channels. So I have to be on first button on virtual instrument channels. And if I am on that page and first button, I can see what is happening here. And I can see that I am controlling it. For example, if I want to control MIDI virtual instrument channel number 9, I have to be on same page for virtual instruments, and I will go to button number 4, where I'm controlling MIDI virtual channels from 9 to 16. Now you can see 9, and now you can see 9. So everything has its logic. Pages are controlling channels, but before control channels, you have to press configuration to see what do you want to control. Configurations are up and okay, and actual control is down on pages. Now we will press this and go to this section. Now in this section, we can, by pressing this button, we can call down part mixer and hide it. If we go to this section, by pressing this button, we can see insert effects. By pressing this button, we can see send effects if we have them. I have some of them in this template on number 5. Okay, number 5. Now if I go to number 5, and now if I go to this, you can see send effects. I have them on vocal channel, and if I press button number 7 down the road and go to page 7, now I can control my vocal volume. I can control vocal panning, and I can open inserts to see what is there. If I have anything there, close it. I can open and close sense effects. What I have here this button number 7 in down row. It is for turning on and off, I think so, metronome. Let me see. Let me call metronome to see how it looks. I will press function F2. And now when I press this, you can see down on bottom I'm engaging metronome or disengaging metronome. I can set up anything on that button. So how did I get all those controls? After making this template for Novation and after making my Cubase project template with decision which channels do I have, or do I want to have, and which controls, then after that I have to make next thing. I'll show you what. Yeah, it is here. Now when you go there and when you go, let me hide this part, function F2. Now you can see I have MIDI remote. And that is my Novation SLMK2 template, remote template to control Cubase. Now you can see all my functions here. Now let us look what is happening if I am changing. Let me see first my video, what I'm recording here, just to move something. Oh, excellent. I will, yeah, you can see exactly everything. That is good. Now, you see my Novation. Now, I am going to make some moves on Novation and you will see what is happening in my template. Look at how template is reacting. Now, see, my template is reacting, and if I'm moving, my template is doing stuff. Look at solo, mute, speaker, recording, mixer. Now recording everything forward and everything. Now you can see whole my idea. So now you understand how it is possible to do. You must have 3 templates. One template is for Novation. Second template is for Cubase. And third template is actually a remote control template that is connecting your Novation together with your Cubase. That is idea, my friends, how you will get it. So I have those templates. You can contact me. But if you want to have another template with another controls, you can contact me as well. You can tell me which kind of control do you want to have if you don't know how to make it. And I can make template for you that will work with Novation, Impulse or Novation MK2, and you can use that template to control your project, and you can have in your project number of the tracks that you think you want to have, some virtual instruments, some effects, and then you can establish control and you can enjoy that work. Now look at that. If I am working, let me just put this Cubase for a moment down, open. Actually, I'll keep it up. I'll put this down and I will try to see what is happening on my video section. I wanted to do just to, okay, I'll disengage solo like this. I'll click to vocal section. I chose vocal section. Now I will call it here. Now, if I move this potentiometer, look at my CC 121 is moving. I'll show you if I can just point my camera. Let me see. Do you see that? Yeah, you can see my CC 121. Anyway, it was good position like this. That is my CC 121. So when if I move this potentiometer, I will now put this down. Now, if I move this potentiometer, look at what is happening with CC 121. It's motorized, and you can see On Cubase, you can see with Novation, I'm controlling Cubase and I am even controlling CC. Now I can do on CC very fast to find channels that I want to control, Vocal 2, and then on Novation control it. I can go from channel to channel of CC, or I can here go to channel from channel to channel. So if you have another controller, actually, what you can do, you can put two controllers. And you can have some message on one controller and some on another. You don't need to have same messages. But why do I have same? Simple sometimes. If I'm working, I like to have everything, my main control on that Novation. So, and I have just that CC121. Sometimes if I want to use motorized fader, or sometimes if I want to use something that is handy, very fast, I like CC121 extremely. It's excellent controller. You can control Cubase. To me, the best controller for Cubase. You have EQ, Cubase, everything. Okay, thank you very much for watching this video. Hopefully you got idea how it works and what you should have. Have a great day. Bye.